And welcome back. It is Mornings with Pat Kreitlow on 98.9 WXCO, online at WXCO.FM. Mobile devices and Alexa by searching WXCO and on the Civic Media app, and also at YouTube.com and our 98.9 WXCO channel. 58 degrees under mostly cloudy skies here in downtown Wausau from our studios at the corner of Washington Street and North 3rd Street. I completely forgot it's Tuesday. I mentioned earlier that it feels like a Monday, and on Tuesday mornings in that first segment of the 8 o'clock hour, I go on with Pat Kreitlow, and I'm at my desk. I'm printing out stuff. I'm getting ready for the broadcast later today, my softball broadcast, and all of a sudden I check my email, and there's also a chat feature on my email, my work email. And it's Pat sending me a note paging me because I had not shown up. And I finally looked at it. It's, oh, doggone it. It was about, 8 minutes after I should have been already there. And I get over there and spend a few minutes with Pat. So I feel bad. But it just feels like a Monday. And I was in my Monday pattern there. It's embarrassing to be like that.
That's the weird thing about a 3-day weekend. It's like you have a Monday off, then you go into the work day the next day, and it still feels like Monday, and then your scheduling gets off a little bit.
And we were talking a little bit about, again, the lack of, I think, transparency and honesty when it comes to some of these ideas that are being put forth by the GOP. And in fact, I wanted to talk a little bit about a story that came from Wisconsin Examiner from Jacob Fischler. Came out yesterday. Says more than 3 million people would lose SNAP benefits under GOP bill. Nonpartisan report says, and that's the big thing, nonpartisan. And there are still folks out there that try to look at things in a nonpartisan basis when it comes to making a report on the actual effect of a lot of these pieces of legislation. But according to this Wisconsin Examiner story, the massive tax and spending bill passed by the U.S. House Republicans would likely result in 3.2 million people losing food assistance benefits and saddle states with around $14 billion a year in costs, according to a new analysis from the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office. Democrats have argued the bill, which the House passed by a very, 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 very narrow margin of 215 to 214 early Thursday, without any Democrats in support, would cut programs for the needy to fund tax breaks for high earners. And the bottom line is here, and I said this with Pat, is in our system, and our system is more than 2 centuries old, a lot of it is based on just, it's not tidy. It can sometimes be a bit messy, but at least if we have honest discussions on beliefs when it comes to public policy, then the people, the voters, the people that ultimately decide who is going to represent them in their government can make, I think, a reasonable decision, a knowledgeable decision. But if you come out and you just continually, I would say, lie about what is going on here, then nobody can, then they have to go through all the garbage in order to get to the truth. Hey, if the GOP and conservatives and MAGAs just feel like, hey, we should not be spending money to help the needy. We should be trying to get a system that has as few, if any, taxes as possible. Because that's the whole point here. They want to try to cut benefits in order to give more money back as tax cuts. And you can look at it as they feel as though the less taxing, the better. Fine. Let's have that argument. Let's have that discussion. Let's have that battle of ideas. Because if you truly believe that the social safety net that started in the era of the early 20th century, the progressive era, if you believe that the programs that were put forth in the New Deal era under FDR in the aftermath of the Great Depression, if you feel those should be eliminated, if you feel as though the programs such as Social Security that was brought forth during the New Deal should be eliminated, if you feel as though Medicare and Medicaid and other programs that were brought forth during the Great Society programs of the 1960s need to be eliminated, fine, let's have that discussion. And we'll see whether or not the people out there agree with you. But stop saying, Derek Van Orden and other Republicans, that we're not going to take anybody off of these programs. No, it's all about waste, fraud, and abuse. No. So let's at least be honest about this. And check this out. You can see it at Wisconsin Examiner. They also have a copy of this story at wausauPilotandReview.com. Again, more than 3 million people. And think of the tentacles that occur with those 3 million people. It's going to affect more than 3 million people. But more than 3 million people would lose SNAP benefits under GOP bill, nonpartisan report says. Well, coming up in the final moments of our program, we'll have our number for the day quiz.
Yes.
And during this segment, we usually let Ian know what the topic will be for today.
I'm ready.
And the topic is going to be popcorn eating.
Popcorn eating.
And actually, it's going to be a popcorn record that was set yesterday on Memorial Day. So,
okay.
we're going to, that gives you some information there. So that is going to be the topic for our number for the day quiz, which will wrap things up in just over 20 minutes. So
popcorn eating a record.
Yep, popcorn eating record. So you think about that.
Okay.
Coming up, we'll get an information update, news, weather, sports, entertainment, get you up to speed on what's going on, and then back to Pat Kreitlow. Hopefully his next guest will not forget, and he'll be ready to go in just a few minutes' time. The time is 8:29, 58 degrees under overcast skies in downtown Wausau. With Ian Welsh, I'm Chad Holmes. It is Mornings with Pat Kreitlow on 98.9 WXCO. Tonight